And of course, a vast array of self-improvement products implies that it's all your fault for not working hard enough on yourself. In the last 2 decades, researchers have been starting to investigate how we can counteract these impulses. The field of positive psychology emerged, the study of what makes life worth living, while cognitive behavioral therapy was developed to change negative feelings. Scientists began to ask, why are some people happier and more satisfied than others, and are there ways to apply what they're doing right to the rest of us? In this video, we want to talk about one of the strongest predictors of how happy people are, how easily they make friends, and how good they are at dealing with hardship. An antidote to dissatisfaction, so to speak. Gratitude. While gratitude may sound like another self-improvement trend preached by people who use hashtags, what we currently know about it is based on a body of scientific work and studies. We'll include them in the description. Gratitude can mean very different things to different people in different contexts. It's a character trait, a feeling, a virtue, and a behavior. You can feel grateful towards someone who did something for you, for random events like the weather, or even for nature or fate. And it's wired into our biology. How gratitude connects us to each other. The predecessor of gratitude is probably reciprocity. It likely evolved as a biological signal that motivates animals to exchange things for their mutual benefit and can be found in the animal kingdom among certain fish, birds or mammals, but especially in primates. When your brain recognizes that someone's done something nice for you, it reacts with gratitude to motivate you to repay them. This gratitude makes you care about others, and others care about you. This was important because as human brains got better at reading emotions, selfish individuals were identified and shunned. It became an evolutionary advantage to play well with others and build lasting relationships. For example, if you were hungry and someone else showed you where to find tasty berries, you felt gratitude towards them and a bond to return the favor in the future. A drive to be pro-social. When you repaid them, they felt gratitude towards you. This brought your ancestors closer together and forged bonds and friendships. So early forms of gratitude were biological mechanisms that modified your behavior towards cooperation, which helped humans to dominate Earth. But over time, gratitude became more than just an impulse to play fair.
And so what did we see, Jessica?
Well, the video talks about, I think at the start, remember kind of FOMO, fear of missing out. Sometimes the society makes you feel pleasure, like pleasure about your life and how are you doing, and sometimes like you are doing nothing or feel like that. And in the video talks about this will be changed if we see the life with gratitude. And these mechanisms also try to do reciprocate things for other people. If we live in empathy society and we work together and we have for the things we have and no for the things we don't, maybe we could see better things and no feel like something is missing out, like FOMO.
Anything like what, sorry?
Like FOMO, like fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out, sí, claro. Yes, of course. Oh, sí, ese dichoso FOMO, cómo nos, cómo muele. Thank you. Have you ever heard about the term? ¿Ya habían escuchado el término? Bueno, basically es lo que nos tiene pegados a las redes sociales. No me puedo perder nada. Ahí está. Fear of missing out. ¿Mande? ¿Quién habló?
¿Cuál era el término, perdón?
Fear of missing out, también escrito, a ver, fear of missing out, also known as FOMO.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Hey, hello Ingrid. Nice to see you back.
Hello, teacher.
Bien, a ver, ¿quién más? Mariel, are you there? What else?
Yes. I hear about gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
That is a character trait, a feeling, a virtue, and a behavior.
Yes.
And the predecessor of gratitude is probably reciprocity.
Yes.
And tell you about if someone makes anything for you, you feel gratitude.
Okay. Yes, of course. That's how it all started, ¿no? A ver, Jorge Antonio, what else? Pues Antonio no está todavía, ¿verdad? Ok.
Okay. Gratitude is useful in different kind of context, like recuerdo bien. No me acuerdo.
Different kind of context. What else?
Yeah, context like ay, se me olvidó. Bueno.
Okay, talk about other thing.
I don't remember, teacher. Sorry.
Okay, bueno, that's it. Thank you very much. A ver, saludo a quien está llegando. That includes Ingrid, that includes Félix. ¿Quién más ya llegó? Fer, hello. Y yeah, I think that's all. Okay, hello everybody. So we're
Hello,
watching this for the second time. Hello, hello. Bien, so we're watching this for the second time. So today's topic is an antidote to dissatisfaction, to that feeling of life is bad, of that feeling of life sucks, an antidote for that, okay? Explained by science, of course. Everything is explained by
That
science.
things are not as they should be, that you're not successful enough, your relationship's not satisfying enough, that you don't have the things you crave. A chronic dissatisfaction that makes you look outwards with envy and inwards with disappointment. Pop culture, advertising, and social media make this worse by reminding you that aiming for anything less than your dream job is failure. You need to have great experiences constantly, be conventionally attractive, have a lot of friends, and find your soulmate, and that others have all of these things and are truly happy. And of course, a vast array of self-improvement products implies that it's all your fault for not working hard enough on yourself. In the last 2 decades, researchers have been starting to investigate how we can counteract these impulses. The field of positive psychology emerged, the study of what makes life worth living, while cognitive behavioral therapy was developed to change negative feelings. Scientists began to ask, why are some people happier and more satisfied than others, and are there ways to apply what they're doing right to the rest of us? In this video, we want to talk about one of the strongest predictors of how happy people are, how easily they make friends, and how good they are at dealing with hardship. An antidote to dissatisfaction, so to speak. Gratitude. While gratitude may sound like another self-improvement trend preached by people who use hashtags, what we currently know about it is based on a body of scientific work and studies. We'll include them in the description. Gratitude can mean very different things to different people in different contexts. It's a character trait, a feeling, a virtue, and a behavior. You can feel grateful towards someone who did something for you, for random events like the weather, or even for nature or fate. And it's wired into our biology. How gratitude connects us to each other. The predecessor of gratitude is probably reciprocity. It likely evolved as a biological signal that motivates animals to exchange things for their mutual benefit and can be found in the animal kingdom among certain fish, birds, or mammals, but especially in primates. When your brain recognizes that someone's done something nice for you, it reacts with gratitude to motivate you to repay them. This gratitude makes you care about others, and others care about you. This was important because as human brains got better at reading emotions, selfish individuals were identified and shunned. It became an evolutionary advantage to play well with others and build lasting relationships. For example, if you were hungry and someone else showed you where to find tasty berries, you felt gratitude towards them and a bond to return the favor in the future. A drive to be pro-social. When you repaid them, they felt gratitude towards you. This brought your ancestors closer together and forged bonds and friendships. So early forms of gratitude were biological mechanisms that modified your behavior towards cooperation, which helped humans to dominate Earth. But over time, gratitude became more than just an impulse to play fair.
And Amelie, what else?
Wait, I don't have a good idea now. Wait me for a minute.
Bueno, Sara, what else?
Okay, I think this is about the effect that social media make in us, because if you I don't know, watch anything in Facebook, maybe you feel that you are not so good or no. I don't remember the thing. You don't have the best job, you don't have the best clothes, and all of these things make you feel unhappy. And scientists scientists are asking about this, why there are happier person in the world.
Yes.
And then maybe they study the behavior of the human in social media.
Social media.
Yes, because some people post maybe gratitude videos or gratitude phrases. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's really amazing because these scientists say that maybe gratitude is a reason for the humans. I don't know. No, it's the really word, but conquest the earth.
Conquer the earth.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, of course. Like gratitude brought humans together, and together as a team, we could evolve a society.
Yes.
Okay, yes, indeed. And I agree. That's something very interesting. A ver, ¿quién más me falta? Fer? Something else?
Yes. I think the first part talk about the things that you need to make for be happy according to the social media, but they think that this is not the real life. And they ask a question like, I don't know if I hear it well, but I think the question is why some people are more satisfying or more happy than others.
Happier than others.
And the answer is the gratitude, because it's a self-provide and can mean different things, depends the people or depends the place. And the gratitude connect with other people. And when the bride recognize when another people make something for you, this feeling is good.
Okay, bien. Thank you very much. So, ahora sí, let's record this.
Recording in progress.
Bien, entonces, don't miss next part tomorrow. Bien, so for today we have got reflexive pronouns. So when we talk about cualquier cosa que les diga, bueno, en términos de idioma, in languages in general, everything you listen about reflexive means about the same subject. Me to me, you to you, him to him, and so on, okay? So the same person we're talking about somebody, and this somebody is receiving or is the object or of the sentence of the action we're talking about. Sí, ¿a qué me refiero? I am, for example, if I say me, like I or me, I am going to be the receiver of that action that I'm talking about. So for example, if I say, I made myself a tea. A cup of tea, de hecho, pero bueno, tea, this one, okay? So I made myself a tea. What happens? First, who am I talking about? Pues me, ¿no? Yo soy mi sujeto, estoy hablando de mí. And then we have what I prepared, lo que preparé, in this case, a tea. In this case, that would be my direct object. Direct object. Ok. Objeto directo básicamente es el que recibe la acción directamente del verbo que estás ocupando. In general, direct object. Okay, so a tea will be my direct object. And then, when there is somebody who receives, thanks to what you did with the direct object, that's the indirect object, and this one is, this one is the indirect object. De hecho, es oficialmente indirect object. Let me write you here para que no nos, para no perdernos, ¿ok? Entonces, y esto en cualquier idioma, si uno recibe a través de lo que haces con otra cosa, pues es objeto indirecto. Aunque bueno, en español le ponemos algunas trabas, pero a ver, entonces, indirect object. Pero en otros idiomas es más fácil. ¿Sí? Like in English. ¿Ok? Entonces, what's the point of this? Un cualquier cosa va a ser reflexive when subject, an indirect object, or direct object, a veces es directamente, es el objeto directo, alguno de estos dos va a ser el mismo que tu sujeto. Okay, so I can say, I made myself a tea, but maybe I can also say, he bought himself, hablando de positive psychology. He loves himself a lot. Tiene buena autoestima y se ama a sí mismo. Claro que sí. ¿Ok? Aquí está tu objeto directo, ¿no? Aquí está con objeto directo. Aquí no hay objeto indirecto. Ay, espérate, lo puse en el mismo color. ¿Ok? Loves himself a lot. ¿Ok? Este sería tu direct object, pero sigue siendo el mismo, ¿sí? Direct object. So that's the point. Eso es a lo que quiero que lleguemos con reflexive. Siempre que vean reflexive tiene que ver con un sujeto va a ser, más bien al revés, object, la persona que está ocupando el lugar de alguno de los dos objetos, objects, is going to be the same as the subject. Siempre va a ser el mismo. Ya sea que yo diga me y myself, he and himself, and bla, 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 bla. ¿Ok? Y tenemos un caso especial con la preposición by, pero esa la vemos ahorita. Ok, so, up to here, any questions? ¿Sí estoy grabando? Sí. Ok, perfect. Bien, so now we know how to use them. O bueno, more or less. Which of them, who they are. A ver, ¿qué tamaño le ponemos? This one. Ok, entonces, por un lado te voy a poner los personal pronouns in order to have a reference, ¿sí? But the ones that are going to be the reflexive ones. So, for example, I is going to turn myself, como vimos acá, myself. Then you is going to turn yourself. He, y aquí sí tenemos que separar he de she. He is going to turn into himself. She is going to turn herself. A ver, voy a tener que quitar esto de acá. No. Voy a tener que mover todo. A ver, like here, here, y ya lo quité. Oops. Okay, so indirect object, direct object, direct object. Excelente. Bien. Herself. Then itself. ¿Cómo es que un objeto va a hacer las cosas por sí mismo? Pues las cosas automáticas, o bien cuando hablemos de animales. Okay. By itself. Okay, bien. So up to here, as maybe you have noticed, básicamente la terminación es self. Okay. But aquí se pone interesante. Well, not interesting, pero sí hay que hacer una breve adaptación a plural, because from here on, we is going to turn, we is going to turn ourselves. Fíjate, tuve que cambiar mi terminación. ¿Por qué? Porque recuerda que las terminaciones F, para ser plural, cambias a B, que es casi igual. Es poquito menos de aire, pero es lo mismo. Cuando lo hacemos bien. The, ourselves. We. Otra vez you, pero aguas que este es un you plural, entonces ya no va a ser yourself, no yourselves. And finally, they, y aquí sí no se vuelve a separar. They, recuerda que vale para todos hombres, todas mujeres, un hombre 20 mujeres, una mujer 20 hombres. They, siempre es they. Okay, themselves. Entonces, si te fijas, el patrón aquí es o possessive o bien object pronoun con self. Okay, en caso de my, your, her, our y our, sería como el possessive, but in terms of him, it, and them, sería el object. But that's the point. Lo que va a hacer, lo que te va a decir a ti que está hablando de sí mismo es la terminación self o selves, in case of plurals. Bien, so questions in this part? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Bien, so we had, vamos a poner este call. Bien, entonces, when should I use this? Okay, so we use them. Un poquito más pequeño para que me quepa. Reflexive pronouns. Nouns. Sí, recuerda que esto es oficialmente un pronoun. Entonces, when objects and verbs are the same. Its verbs are the same. Okay. Sí, te aclaro. Direct e indirect object, no te vayas con la finta de object, de objeto tangible. No, esa es otra cosa. Que sí puede ser el objeto de una frase. Why not? Pero I'm not talking about this. So, when the object is the same as the, no, it's verb, and the subject of this verb. Subject are the same. Sí, porque un verbo no puede. Okay, and then también as subjects of a preposition. Okay, but again, it's all about preposition is the same as the subject. Subjects of the preposition. Ahorita vemos esa parte. Of the preposition is the same as the subject. And its subject are the same. Okay. ¿Qué es esto de object of the preposition? Fíjate que las preposiciones, bajo cabe con, contra, desde, bla, 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 bla. Some of them van a venir en una frase con alrededor de un, ¿cómo se llama? Alrededor de un, se me fue, alrededor de un sustantivo. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Viene alrededor de un sustantivo. Entonces, si coincide con tu sujeto, igual, puedes usar un reflexive pronoun. Y aquí es donde viene el caso especial que te decía. The child is, bueno, the baby is eating by himself. Is eating, me faltó ing. Okay? So that means the baby doesn't need like her mother to be like, oh yes, venga el avioncito. No, the baby. Pero entonces, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo lo estructuré aquí? By es oficialmente una preposición. By himself. Y a eso nos referimos con el objeto de una preposición. ¿Sí? La preposición vino en torno, en este caso, a himself. By himself, to herself, because of, no, because es una conjunción más bien. It's a connector. From myself is kind of weird, but it's a preposition too. Yes, bueno, that's the point. So, when the object of the preposition, en este caso sería this one, preposition, y este sería object of, ándale, preposition, eso está bueno. Preposition, ¿está? Y este sería el object of the preposition. Básicamente, noun o pronoun en torno al cual gira la preposición que pusiste. So, if they're the same as the subject, si es el mismo que el de acá arriba, voy a poner este más bien acá. Okay. If it's the same, no se va a averiguar, but you know that it's still the baby, we have the object of the preposition, okay? ¿Sí? Questions up to this part?
No, teacher.
No? Ok, va excelente. Ahora, específicamente by himself, más bien by y un reflexive pronoun. By. Let me write it here. No, ya pusimos café. By. When we use by, reflexive pronoun, whichever, means with no help. Si no es lo mismo hacer algo para ti mismo que hacer algo sin ayuda. Entonces, la implicación que tiene by implica eso, without any help. Por eso decía, the baby is sitting by himself, without any help.
Teacher.
Yep.
And which is the difference with the first sentences? I made myself a tea. It's possible to say I made by myself a tea.
Ajá, nada más que va a significar cosas diferentes. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando dices I made myself a tea, tu implicación es lo hice para mí. Pero a lo mejor me ayudó mi mamá, o me pasó la receta fulanita, pero si yo lo cambio, I made a tea by myself, por cierto, by casi siempre, cuando viene con by casi siempre lo veo uno al final. Pero bueno, si yo pongo I made a tea by myself, no estoy implicando tanto que el té sea para mí, sino que lo hice yo solita. Después te decía que by era un caso especial. ¿Sí? More questions? Ok, va excelente. No, va muy bien. So let's get to reflexive pronouns. Sí, no me faltó nada. No, ok, perfect. Entonces, pues let's get to the practice. We've got a very small practice today. And therefore we are going, ¿qué es esto? Está aquí, de este lado, okay? Sorry, I didn't find it. I couldn't find it. Okay, we're working on the student book, please. Page 94. ¿Dónde está esto? 94, workbook, student book. Aquí está. 94. Recording, still recording. See. So we have the job satisfaction stuff. Nos quedó ese ejercicio pendiente. And the successful resume or CV. Okay, so about the resume, we talked about the resume, about myself, and talk about the resume yesterday. So if you were absent, please watch the recorded class. Creo que sí se grabó, ¿no? Creo que sí. Bien. And then we've got the little square, nuestro cuadrito gramatical, que básicamente trae lo que acabamos de ver ahorita. And the practice, okay? So say, complete these sentences using these verbs in the box and reflexive pronouns. Okay. Por lo que me parece que ya están conjugados, no hay problema, ¿sí? But you have to choose, aquí la magia va a ser escoger qué reflexive pronoun te queda mejor. Entonces, you need to see who are they referring to, quién es tu referente, de quién habla este pronoun. And then write it with and choose the correct action. Yes? Okay. Excellent. 5 minutes, please.
Only exercise 4?
Yep.
Aquí.
Recording stopped.
Jessica is ready? Yes, okay. Who else is ready? Antonio's ready. Who else? Okay, we're waiting a little more. 2 more minutes.
Me.
Ingrid is ready. Perfect.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, so let's start, please. Jessica's going to start with number 1.
Anna felt sick, so she made herself some tea.
Okay, she made herself. Good, made. Made herself, herself, no puso herself. She made herself some tea. Herself. Some tea, good. Then, ya se movió tu cámara. Félix, 2. Exacto, your cut. Nada más no cut, Cut. See? Cut yourself with that knife. Excelente. Then, who else? Antonio's busy. Ingrid, 3.
I want to buy myself a suit from that store over there for my job interview.
Okay, excelente. I want to buy myself. Comprar para mí. Okay. Si le hubiera puesto buy myself, hubiera implicado que yo lo pagué completo. Aquí no estoy haciendo forzosamente esa implicación. Bien, perfecto. Luis Antonio.
Yes. Before they leave the house, the girls always look at themselves at the.
Look at themselves in the mirror. Okay. Who's the first one of all? That one. Thank you very much. Then Sarah.
We enjoyed ourselves at Tina's birthday yesterday.
We enjoyed ourselves. Excelente. Fíjate que enjoy, fulanito de, y algún reflexive pronoun, es una expresión. Sí, es como, o sea, si enjoy es como disfrutar, enjoy, I enjoy myself, you enjoy yourself, and they enjoy themselves, and we enjoyed ourselves. Sí, es como disfrutar como todavía más, así como plenamente, así de, wow, qué padrísimo está. ¿Ok? Entonces es una expresión muy típica de enjoyed. Entonces sí. Entonces no fue que me reí de mí misma, sino que me divertí mucho. ¿Sí? Bien, perfect. So as you can see, that was a very little practice. Of course, we have got some in the workbook, but before going to the workbook, I want to complete the exercise we were missing the last lesson. That means the previous page or the previous lesson, page 93. We're on page 93. Okay, so did we, as far as I remember, we didn't work in this one, did we? Terminamos such, how, exclamatory sentences, close of result, all of that. Bien, entonces we're missing this one. So what are you going to do? Fíjate que está en el apartado de easily confused words. So you are going to work with a classmate, and with that classmate, you will have to first be able to explain to me the difference between this and this in English. No translations, eh? Works means ta, 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 and job means ta, 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 and therefore, the correct answer is this and this. So besides solving a parte de la resolución, what I want you is to tell me the meaning of these both words and the difference between one and the other, because they're supposed to be easily confused. Yes? Bien, ok. Va. Yes. Entonces, you are 10, son 10 personas. Entonces, tenemos tranquilamente 5 teams. Okay, 5 participants per room. No, 2 per room. Okay, bien, perfect. Yes, that's it. Y entonces, so getting to the room, start working. You have 10 minutes, 7 minutes. Okay. But I am coming in case somebody needs help.
Hi. The difference is that work is an action and the job is the like the object. And the last one is Tim Barclay is an employer of Fiji Bank. His employees sent him to Suva last week. Sí, eh, employer es como empleador y el otro es como el empleado. Creo que igual sería al revés, porque en ese sí como que me confundo, porque employer sería como la persona que. Entonces creo que sería como his employers and him, porque es como el jefe. Creo que estaría al revés. I think the answer is my brother is a graphic designer and has an study on the third floor of that building with a large desk in it. But he also works at home in his office. Or his study. Entonces sería, my brother is a graphic designer and has an office on the third floor of the building with a large desk. The last one is company and organization. First is company and the second is organization. Company es como organization, una organización. Como, o sea, como que la traducción sería como Cristina es el manager de una compañía de software y trabaja voluntariamente para una organización que ayuda a proteger los, el ambiente, como pues, como el trabajo. Solo que sigo teniendo duda en la 3 porque sí, no sé cómo vaya. Sí, yo creo que sí estamos, sí. Regresamos a la sala principal. Le pones salir de la sala y le pones para grupos.
You ready? Okay, bien, perfect. A ver, so let me go check your classmates and I'm calling their back, okay? Bien, so let's join. Listo. Your classmates should be coming in a moment. So, ya estoy. Bien, ready, teams?
Yes.
Recording in progress.
Good. Bien, a ver, so let me close this. Listo. And then this. Sí, ya está. Bien, recording. Bien. Bien, so the first team, a ver, who was the first team ready? It was team 5, no? Then, a ver, Felix, bueno, team 5, that's Felix and Fer. Tell me, which is the difference between work and job, and the answer to the sentence, please.
Yes, the difference between this work is because the work is an action. And the job, I think, is like I don't know how to say position, the position in
the position.
And the answer is Shayla has a new job and she started work last Monday.
Exactly. She started to work last Monday. Indeed, when we talk about job, we talk about employment, we talk about positions, about hiring, that kind of stuff. And work is efectivamente the action. Muy bien. Then the second was team 3. That was Luis Antonio and Jessica. Tell me, please, the difference between employer and employee.
That one is like the employee is the person who works for the company or for the and the employer is like is who organizes the employees.
The employee is the one who works for the company, and the employer is who?
Is who organized or the employee or the company also. It could be like a boss.
Like a sort of boss. Yes, exactamente. He can be your boss indeed. Bien, and according to that, which is the correct answer to number 2?
Yes.
Continue. Tim Barkley is an employee of Fiji Bank. His employer sent him to Suba last week.
Exactamente, his employer. Muy bien, excellent. Thank you very much. Then, team 1, Amelie and Ingrid. Which was the difference between office, study, and desk?
I think
office is the space and space specific for work in a company.
Study is the space for do your job or something you have to do in your house.
Yes.
And desk it's the same as a table. So the desk is the use is for work in
a table for working, exactly.
Yeah.
Bien, perfect. So according to those definitions, which is the correct answer to number 3?
Office. The first is office.
My brother is a graphic designer and has an office on the third floor of that building with a large desk in it.
But he also works at home in his study.
Excelente. So study is usually at home, office is in an office, like in a company, efectivamente. Y desk, any table you need to write, bueno, you have to write. Eso incluye los, ¿cómo se llaman? Los respiradores. Desk. Perfecto. It was for, okay, perfect. Then, a ver, team 2. That's Betsania and Mariel. According to you, what's the difference between company and organization?
Christina is the manager of a software company, and in her free time,
In her free time,
and she does
not does, eh? Those.
Those volunteer. ¿Sí así se pronuncia? No, ¿cómo?
Volunteer, that's correct.
Volunteer work for an organization which helps protect the environment.
Okay, perfect. And the difference?
We think that company is like part of a business. Like, an organization is like a place that have a lot of members.
Okay, exacto. Yes, that's a good question. Well, a good comparison indeed. So company is about business, about making money. An organization, no forzosamente. There are organizations with sin afines de lucro. There are organizations like in schools and that kind of stuff. Thank you very much. So you will notice, vas a ver que en tu libro debe estar escrito con Z. Está bien, it's correct, because it's about English and British vocabulary. No problem. So questions? No questions? Bien, perfect. Entonces, ahora sí, let's get to the workbook, please. We are on page, I'm telling you in a moment. Listo, ahí está. Okay, we're getting to the workbook on page 64. As far as I remember, we left there. Bien. So, as far as I remember, we have already worked in 7A and 7A. B was a homework. Did you do that? Did you already solve it? Okay. Algunas caras de ups y algunas caras no las veo. A ver, por acá, de este lado, do you have already solved this? Sí, ya lo tenemos resuelto. Bien, excelente, muy bien. A ver, entonces, quien no, pues estará en frío. ¿Cómo se llama esto? Sí, sobre frío. A ver, entonces, ¿qué era nuestra indicación? It said, read the situation, so you were given a situation, write a negative question and a sentence with a question tag. Era nuestro tema de negative questions y question tags in order to get a confirmation, in order to people to agree with us, and blah, 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 blah. So with the situation and the drawing here, we were supposed to write the correct sentence. Ahí ya tenemos acá un ejemplo. So please, Jessica, ¿cómo te quedó number 2?
Number 2, I think the bank teller is rude, don't you?
Okay, I think the bank teller
is rude.
Don't you? Perfecto. And? There were 2. Eran 2. La task question, que es esta, y tu negative question. ¿Cómo iría?
Well, the negative question will be the bank teller isn't nice.
A ver, the bank teller isn't nice. Ok, bank teller, perdón. ¿Así?
No.
Ok.
Wait.
Fíjate qué verbo está usando. Está usando think.
Think.
Apóyate de eso.
For the negative. Do you
Should somebody help you?
Yeah.
A ver, Amelie dice me. Okay, can you help her, please?
Maybe can the bank teller is rude? No, the bank teller is rude? Maybe?
Doesn't
the bank teller is rude.
Is rude. ¿Así? Bueno, con la K bien puesta, ¿no? A ver, doesn't the bank teller is rude? Vas por ahí, but it's not exactly like this. ¿Cómo van las negaciones con to be?
Isn't?
Isn't, exacto. A ver, Félix estaba diciendo, ¿sí? Ok. A ver, bueno, eso se queda en la tag question, ¿eh? También la va a poner. The teller was rude. Wasn't he? Eso sí, pero seguimos buscando negative question. Fíjate, esa preguntita de hasta atrás es la tag question. Y sí, nos pedían una. Entonces, si pusiste don't you con think o wasn't he con was, it's correct. ¿Sí? No intercambiables. A ver, Sara says me.
Isn't he so rude?
Isn't he... Sin el so, nada más rude.
Okay.
Isn't he rude? ¿No está siendo grosero? ¿No te parece? Sí, bien, perfecto. ¿Alguien tiene otra opción?
I do a option with
Ajá.
past participle. I
A
don't know.
ver cómo te quedó.
Has not the bank teller been rude with you?
Hasn't the bank teller been rude with you? A ver, déjame poner. Hasn't the bank teller been rude with you? No está incorrecto, pero no temporalmente no implica exactamente lo mismo. ¿Por qué? Has been es un present perfect y present perfect recuerda que nos remite a todo el tiempo hasta aquí. Entonces, si preguntas, hasn't he been rude? Uno se imagina como, ese es el banco al que siempre voy. ¿Nunca te ha tocado que sea grosero? Entonces, sí, no está mal escrito, pero no es exactamente, dice, you're at the bank with a friend and you think in that moment. Sí, eso está puesto en presente. Pero a ver, te voy a dar otra opción. Que también, que isn't he rude? Dice, don't you think he's rude? Si pusiste don't you think, ¿por qué? Porque dice, you think that the bank clerk is rude. Okay. Entonces, si pusiste isn't he rude o don't you think he's rude, it's okay. Eso te digo, no que esté mal escrita, pero sí, no implica forzosamente la misma situación. ¿Sí? ¿Me expliqué? Sí, ok, perfect. Then, Felix disappeared. Then Ingrid, number 3.
Don't you remember your PIN number?
Don't you remember your PIN number? ¿No te acuerdas de tu número? Sí, surprise. Then,
you remember your PIN number, don't you?
Okay. You remember your PIN number? Number, don't you? Ay, con las minúsculas, ¿eh? With PIN number. PIN number. Don't you? A ver, vamos a ver.
Teacher.
Pero, a ver, mande.
I have a dog.
Ajá.
I do similar answer that Ingrid, but in my case, I say you don't remember your PIN number, do you?
Exacto, that's the point, and that was what I was going to tell you. Fíjate que la situación dice you can't.
Okay.
Entonces, habría que empezar con you can't o you don't, ¿ok? Entonces sería you don't remember y luego do you. O si nos ponemos muy estrictos con ahí decía can, entonces sería you can't remember your PIN number. Vamos a dejarlo en PIN. Can you? Okay. But if you wrote you don't, do you? It's correct. Pero justamente por eso, porque te lo planteo en negativo. Ella no se acuerda. Entonces no te acuerdas, o sí. ¿Sí te acuerdas o no? ¿Sí? Ese es un tag question. Bien. Then, a ver, por aquí, Fer. ¿Sigues ahí, Fer? Hello, ¿lista? ¿Estás?
Yes.
For?
I'm trying to make the sentence, but I don't think I am correct. The
Okay.
first is,
Lo corregimos.
I think the meal was delicious, don't you?
A ver, ahí lo puse al revés. I think the meal was
Delicious.
delicious. Don't you? Ajá.
And the second, I think, is, I don't know what is the answer of the second question.
Ok. Ok, bueno, so tu question tag ya lo tienes. Entonces necesitas una negative question. ¿Qué verbo tienes?
Was, I think the meal wasn't delicious.
Nada más recuerda que para preguntar se invierte el orden. Wasn't the meal delicious? Ay, ¿a poco no estuvo buena? Delicious. ¿Sí? Wasn't the meal delicious? Yes, it's correct. Trust yourself. Bien, perfect. And number 5 is the last one. Bien. Okay, finally, Luis Antonio.
Yes. I think you.
You. Yeah. Should somebody help you? Luis, hello.
Yes, please.
Okay, bien. A ver, Betsania, can you help him? Betsania, ahí estás, perfecto.
Sí, sí. Don't you meet?
Don't you meet? ¿Así?
Sí.
Okay, and the other?
You meet, don't you?
You meet. Who?
Don't you?
Ok. Va. A ver, ¿qué hay que corregir acá? Primero, ¿cómo decía tu oración original? You think you've met before. Entonces, de principio tenemos un present perfect. Entonces, temporalmente estamos ubicados en otro lado. Entonces, we need another auxiliary with another tweet, además con otra forma invariable. Entonces, sería you have met. A ver, Antonio says me.
Okay.
Jorge Antonio says me.
Haven't you met before?
Have you met before? Mucho mejor. Ajá, have you met before? ¿Así?
No, haven't.
Haven't, ok. ¿Y la otra?
You haven't met before, have you?
You haven't met before. Have you? ¿Así?
Met. Sorry.
You. Ok, bueno, para empezar, ¿no? Haven't met. Ok. Sí. Pero si nada más le dejas you, ¿a quién conoció?
You haven't you met before? I don't know.
Bueno,
maybe it's con we.
Exacto. Haven't
Yeah.
we met before? Or we haven't met before.
I have one. It's the same.
Ajá.
The second I have we met before? Haven't we? Or
Haven't we? Exacto. Have. De hecho, si escribiste we have met before, lo siguiente sería haven't we. Si escribiste we haven't met before, lo siguiente sería have we. Sí, recuerda que el chiste es que el tag siempre va, como, o sea, es como, si tu oración es positive, tu tag va a ir negative. Y si tu oración es negative, your tag will go positive. Entonces, if you had it like this, it's correct. Otra opción sería I have met you before. Eso sí. Have I met you before? Ahí sí. El punto es que ahí sí necesitarías poner como ¿a quién? Entonces sería have I met you before? Que creo que es lo que Antonio quería poner. Haven't I met you before? O al revés. No, espérate, lo dejé igual. A ver, I haven't met you before.
Teacher, podría ser I think you met you before, don't you?
I think
you met you before, don't you?
I think I met
you
before.
Don't you?
Okay. Don't you?
Teacher, in the negative question and have I it's haven't, no? I met you before.
¿En dónde? A ver, en la última que puse.
No, en la de arriba.
This one, have I met you before? Sí, haven't. Yes, you're right. Sorry. A ver, volviendo acá. Sí, pero fíjate una cosa. You have got past. Entonces, ¿qué auxiliar necesitas? Who told me this one?
Didn't.
Didn't, exactamente. Y otra cosa, dice, I think I met you. Entonces, tu sujeto tiene que ser el mismo. Yo te conocí a ti. O si tú pusiste, you met me, I see. Did you? But I think I met you before. O sea que, bueno, opciones sí hay. La cosa es no revolver ni estructuras temporales, ni tag con negative question. So, any question? No more questions? Bien, perfect. So we're stopping there for today. For tomorrow, ¿qué tenemos para mañana? You have. I quit. Okay, bien. So we get to the quitting part. Oh, past perfect simple. No, tenemos que ver past perfect simple primero. Entonces, we have past perfect simple for tomorrow. And lots of workbook. Y ya, la lectura de I quit ya nos quedará para Thursday. And that's it. So, any questions? Excellent. Entonces, see you tomorrow.
See you.
See you, teacher. Have a good day.
Take care.
See you, teacher.